Imagine waking up one day with no fear of bills, no stress from debt, and no constant worry about how you'll survive the month. Picture money becoming a tool you control instead of something that controls your life. This isn't fantasy or empty motivation. It's the real transformation experienced by author Mary Hunt. After drowning in debt, she pulled herself out using a simple approach that eventually became 7 financial rules for life. Mary says, "I once lived as a slave to money, and then I learned what true freedom from it feels like." This book teaches that managing money is not about luck or natural talent. It is about discipline, clarity, and taking responsibility. Each of the 7 rules opens a new door toward financial stability, even if you are starting from zero. You'll learn how to live according to your true financial capacity without pressure, pay off your debts without pain, and slowly build wealth that grows over time. This book is not only about accumulating money, it's about reclaiming control of your life. Because the person who cannot manage their money cannot manage their future. Get ready for a journey that will completely shift the way you view money. A journey that starts from within, where beliefs change before numbers do. Chapter 1. Create a clear financial plan. You cannot fix what you do not understand. Mary Hunt begins with a powerful truth. Financial security never happens by accident. It happens by planning. Many people spend money the way someone drives through fog, moving blindly without direction. They spend as money comes without goals or a roadmap and then feel lost when they run into problems. The first step to financial freedom is knowing exactly where you're headed. Mary explains, before you change how you spend, you must understand where your money is going. She encourages you to sit down with complete honesty and figure out how much you earn, how much you spend, and what exactly you spend it on. How to build your financial plan. Track your expenses for 30 days. Write down every single payment, coffee, transportation, bills, subscriptions. You'll be shocked by how much money disappears without you noticing. Divide your expenses into categories: essentials, housing, food, transportation; non-essentials, restaurants, entertainment, impulsive purchases; growth, education, savings, personal development. Set a clear, written goal. Don't say, "I want to improve financially." Say, "I will save 1,000 dirhams in 3 months," or "I will pay off 20% of my debt before the year ends." Keep it simple. Your plan doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be realistic and consistent. Small steps done steadily matter far more than fast steps done once. The takeaway? Financial planning isn't about depriving yourself. It's about giving every dirham a purpose. Money without direction simply disappears. As Mary Hunt says, money loves order, and anyone who lives in financial chaos will always lose it. Start today.
Take a simple step. Open a fresh sheet of paper. Label it "My First Money Plan," and start writing down every dirham you earn and every dirham you spend for an entire month. You'll be surprised at how quickly your financial life begins to shift in front of you. Chapter 2. Spend less than you earn. The golden rule that changes everything. Mary Hunt states it bluntly. If you spend more than you earn, no income, no matter how large, will ever save you. With this single sentence, she summarizes the most powerful financial rule of all. Wealth does not begin when you earn more. It begins the moment you learn to live on less than you make. This is the foundational habit behind every person who built their fortune slowly, then steadily. The mistake most people fall into is simple. When their income increases, their spending increases even faster. New job, Higher salary, more expensive lifestyle, more stress. In the end, they keep running in circles, trapped in unconscious spending. How to apply the rule in real life. Set a spending limit. Keep your expenses within 80% of your income, no matter how small your earnings are. Spending everything you make is a guaranteed path to financial pressure. Pay yourself first. Save before you spend, not the other way around. Beware of silent expenses. Those small monthly subscriptions, daily snacks, or tiny purchases you ignore are the real thieves. They drain more money than you imagine. Master the art of the smart no. Say no to what you don't truly need. Say no to purchases driven by boredom or comparison. Understand the difference between wants and needs. Needs keep you alive. Wants, if uncontrolled, can keep you broke. The practical formula. Starting today, apply this simple life-changing financial ratio. Save 10%, invest 10%, live on 80%. This small habit can completely transform your financial reality in just 1 year. Mary Hunt puts it clearly. Financial security doesn't come from money itself. It comes from the habits that control it. Don't wait for your income to increase before you start saving. If you can't manage a little, you won't manage a lot. Chapter 3. Eliminating Debt, the real key to financial freedom. Mary begins this chapter with a personal story. She once reached a point where her debt consumed her life. She woke up every morning afraid of the phone ringing, afraid of the mail, afraid of the words payment due. But she says, the moment I decided to face my debts instead of running from them, my true freedom began. Debt isn't just a number on a bank statement. It's a mental prison. It traps you in anxiety, fear, and constant stress. That's why the first step toward wealth is not making money, it is breaking free from debt. Mary Hunt's rules for getting out of debt. Acknowledge your reality. Stop making excuses. Don't say everyone has debt or this is normal. Write down every single debt you owe, even the small ones. What you don't see, you can't fix. Create a realistic repayment plan. Don't try to pay everything at once. Choose a consistent method like the snowball strategy. Pay off your smallest debt first, then roll that payment into the next one.
Take the same amount you used to pay off your smallest debt and apply it to the next one. And keep repeating the process until you're free. And remember, stop creating new debt. There's no point in paying off what you owe while secretly adding more in the background. Temporarily freeze your credit cards and commit to living only on the money you actually have. Look for smart alternatives. You can negotiate interest rates, restructure payment plans, or even sell unnecessary items to speed up your progress. What matters most is feeling that you're moving forward, even if the steps are small. The turning point. Mary explains, freedom doesn't begin when you finish paying everything off. It begins the day you stop living on borrowed money. Once you escape debt, you don't just gain money, you gain peace of mind, self-respect, and a renewed sense of confidence in the future. Practical summary. Start today. Write down all your debts clearly. Create a realistic timeline. Stick to your monthly payment, no matter how small. Remember, getting out of debt is a journey that starts with a decision, not a miracle. As Mary says, debt isn't your destiny. It's simply the result of past choices, and you can choose differently. The message is simple. Debt quietly steals your future, but financial discipline returns it to you one day at a time. Chapter 4. Saving. How to build your financial safety net even with a small income. Mary Hunt puts it beautifully. The rich don't save because they have extra money. They have extra money because they save. Saving isn't a luxury for the wealthy. It's a smart habit for anyone who wants stability. It is your shield against surprises and the first real step toward the financial security everyone dreams of. In this chapter, Mary explains that saving is not just about storing money. It is a daily training in discipline, a quiet reminder that you control your money, not the other way around. Mary's core saving rules are: start small, but stay consistent. Don't wait for a big amount. Even 5 or 10 dirhams a day can reshape your habits within months. Consistency matters far more than size. Save first, not last. Most people save whatever remains after spending, and usually nothing remains. The wealthy save before spending. Treat savings like rent or utilities, a non-negotiable line in your budget. Create a separate savings account. Mixing your savings with daily spending is a recipe for failure. If you can reach it easily, you'll spend it easily. Make saving automatic. Set up an automatic monthly transfer. Let the process happen without effort, because the mind resists habits that require repeated willpower. The deep insight. Saving doesn't restrict your freedom, it creates it. People without a financial cushion live under constant stress, fearing the next expense. But those who save live with calm and confidence, knowing that emergencies won't knock them down and that tomorrow is no longer something to fear. Practical summary. Start today. Apply this simple rule. Save 10% of everything you earn, no matter how small the amount. Then, watch how your behavior, confidence, and financial security begin to evolve.
After a year, you'll realize that saving isn't just about accumulating money. It's about gaining confidence, discipline, and peace of mind. Mary Hunt puts it simply: saving isn't about money. It's about respecting yourself and your future. Chapter message: those who don't save live in constant fear of tomorrow. Those who do save live freely, no matter how unpredictable life becomes. Chapter 5: The Emergency Fund, your financial shield against the unexpected. Mary Hunt explains, the money you set aside for emergencies isn't a luxury. It's emotional security before it is financial security. Life is full of surprises: illness, car trouble, job loss, and unexpected crisis. But what destroys people is not the event itself. It's being unprepared for it. That's why she believes an emergency fund is the dividing line between those who live in fear and those who live with calm confidence. Rules for building an emergency fund. Start immediately, even with a tiny amount. Even 100 dirhams or less is enough to begin. Don't wait for the perfect time. Emergencies don't wait for anyone. What matters is starting, because consistency matters more than the amount. Keep the money in a completely separate account. This money is not for fun, shopping, or travel. It's rescue money, used only in real crises. Set a clear goal. Mary Hunt advises, calculate your monthly expenses and multiply them by 3. That's the minimum your emergency fund should cover: 3 months of essential expenses. Begin with a small emergency buffer. Your first milestone: save 500 to 1,000 dirhams. This small amount alone can save you from credit cards and loans the moment something goes wrong. Replace fear with preparedness. When you have a plan, anxiety fades. Confidence doesn't come from a life without problems. It comes from knowing you're ready for them. Deep insight of the chapter. Crises aren't always destiny, but they test your preparation and your self-trust. A person with an emergency fund lives with inner calm because they know one setback won't destroy them. Practical summary. Open a dedicated emergency account. Set a financial goal. Make contributions to it a monthly habit. Don't touch the money unless it's a real emergency. As Mary Hunt says, those who don't prepare for emergencies end up living in a permanent state of emergency. Chapter message. Building an emergency fund isn't about money. It's about peace of mind. It's a quiet promise to yourself that you are ready for whatever life brings, whenever it comes. Chapter 6. Invest in yourself, the only investment that never fails. Mary Hunt reminds us, the investment you make in yourself is the only one that can never be taken away. In a world obsessed with doubling money through markets or real estate, the author brings you back to the truth. You are your greatest asset. No matter your income, education, or age, self-improvement is the real path to lasting wealth. Mary explains it simply. When you grow, everything around you grows. Your relationships, your opportunities, your career, and yes, even your income. Money doesn't flow to intelligence alone. It flows to the person who increases their value every day.
Learn a skill that can earn you money, a digital skill, a new language, or even the art of sales and negotiation. A skill you master today becomes income tomorrow. Invest in your health. A tired body can't think clearly or create with energy. Good sleep, proper nutrition, and daily movement are all part of your personal wealth. Your body is the engine that carries every ambition you have. Build a positive network. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, not those who drain your energy. Relationships are an invisible kind of capital, and sometimes they're more powerful than money itself. Feed your mind more than your image. Appearance opens a door once. Knowledge opens 1,000. Mary's message is clear. What you spend on yourself isn't an expense. It's an investment that multiplies your future opportunities. Every book you read, every course you take, and every new skill you gain becomes a building block in your future wealth. Practical summary. Start today with a simple plan. Learn something new every week. Build one positive habit every month. Invest more in your education than in your luxuries. Chapter message. Wealth doesn't begin in the bank, it begins in the mind. A person who enriches themselves with knowledge and discipline will never truly be poor, no matter how little money they currently have. Chapter 7. Give generously, how kindness makes your life richer. Mary Hunt says, money that is never shared eventually becomes a burden. After learning how to plan, save, and invest in yourself, Mary closes with a spiritual truth. Money is only complete when it is given. Generosity is not a loss. It is the final stage of financial maturity. True wealth is not measured by what you accumulate, but by what you give and the lives you touch. Why generosity is one of the most important financial principles. Generosity frees you from fear. When you give, you tell the world that you believe in abundance, not scarcity, and that mindset attracts opportunities and blessings. Money that is given returns in different forms. It may not return immediately, but you'll feel it in your health, peace, relationships, or unexpected opportunities. As Mary explains, the universe doesn't allow the hand that gives to remain empty. Giving restores meaning to money. Money that is not used to help others becomes nothing more than numbers on a screen. But when you see it change someone's life, you finally understand its true value.
True giving blesses whatever remains in your hands. It isn't the size of what you offer that invites blessing, it's the intention behind it. Those who give, even when they have little, are the ones for whom doors of abundance eventually open. How to begin giving practically. Set aside a small percentage of your income each month. Even 5% is enough to start. Help someone around you. Donate to a person in need, or join a volunteer effort. Most importantly, give quietly and sincerely, without expecting praise or anything in return. As Mary Hunt says, every time you give, you are telling the world that money is in your hand, not in your heart. Generosity is measured by intention, not amount. And those who make giving a habit live a life filled with peace and blessing. Practical summary. Let generosity be a permanent part of your budget, not an occasional act. Give from your heart, not just from what's left over. And remind yourself always that true wealth is having enough to share with others. Chapter message. Money without generosity brings anxiety, but money given with love brings blessing and calm. Conclusion. Money is a tool, and how you use it is your choice. At the end of her book, Mary Hunt invites you to view money differently, not as a daily burden or a final destination, but as a means that grants you freedom and dignity. She writes, "Money does not change you, it only reveals who you really are." Each of the 7 rules is a building block for your new financial life. Your plan is your compass. Conscious spending is your protection. Being debt-free is your freedom. Saving is your security. An emergency fund is your shield. Investing in yourself is your true wealth. Generosity is the crown of your financial journey. Those who embrace these rules don't become rich in money alone. They become rich in values, relationships, and inner peace. True wealth isn't in numbers, it's in living a balanced life where you know how to earn, how to spend, and how to give without fear. Message from the author. Money is an excellent servant, but a harsh master. Learn to make it work for you, not against you. Start with one small step today. Plan wisely, save consistently, give generously, and be grateful for what you have. Financial freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from a conscious decision repeated day after day. Final summary. Whoever controls their money controls their future. And the one who learns to live with discipline and a generous heart will never know poverty, neither in their wallet nor in their spirit.
If this content inspired you or shifted the way you look at money in life, then don't hesitate to become part of our community. Subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Every week, we take you deeper into wisdom, awareness, and personal growth. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who deserves to start their journey toward a richer life, financially and spiritually. This channel isn't just content. It's a space to help you become a stronger, wiser version of yourself. See you in the next video.